Uh-oh, it's going live.
Are you in live? Hey, what are you...
All right, I don't know if I'm live. It says I'm live. So let me check this out here. I don't even see my screen. It says I'm live. Okay, so it says I'm live, and there's 33 watching, but my counter is not working. Guys, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to set up my OBS, and it hasn't been working until now. Yeah, it says you're live. Okay, I can read you guys, but my screen's not coming up, which is kind of weird. If you guys know how to do OBS, I don't know why things are going wrong here, so let me see. Okay, there it is. Thanks for joining me. I know this is like short notice. You didn't get notified on this one? I'm not live? How did you type that if I'm not live? You did get notified? Let me see. All right, let me refresh this. Sorry guys, I'm not into wasting anybody's time. I'm kind of doing this as an experiment. I didn't think it would work when I hit the live button, but it looks like it might be working. I don't know. I have a mess. I'm actually on my girlfriend's computer. Let's see. All right, how's the audio, guys? First live notification. I got my Yeti mic here. Usually there's an incessant bug in the background. Just buzzes like crazy. Is the sound okay, guys? Or is there a buzz? Good? Thanks, Truth Faction. Audio good. Video good? Let's see. I don't know if you can see the screen. There you go. See, what's weird is when I put it on the screen, I should be able to see your chats on the screen because I have that loaded. Let me see. The chats are linked and they should be scrolling, but they're not scrolling. See, it should be in this little box right here. Let me see. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Get a haircut. Get a real job. I have too many jobs. Not scrolling, but in the feed. Got to break at work. Yeah, live streams have been rare for me until about 2 weeks ago, and then I started live streaming on my phone. It works on my phone, but it hasn't been working on my computer. Because when I do the OBS thing on my computer, it maxes out it takes almost 100% of my CPU and everything starts locking up. When I try to play videos, nothing plays. I need moderators. Why do you say that I need moderators? This is going to be very just laid back, guys. I'm not basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get my OBS up here. You can see my counter right here. That should say 95. It's hooked up. The stream key's in, and it still says 0. So I'm not sure why things don't count. What's up, Snap Turtle? Oh, you know what? I don't. If you think I need moderators because of trolls, I don't really mind trolls. I like the free market, so I don't. I know some people like to, and I don't condemn them for it. I don't condemn them for censoring people, kicking people out. I've never banned since I've been on the internet. I don't recall ever banning one single person, and it's kind of funny because people are like, "You're taking you're erasing the comments." I've never eliminated one comment. As a matter of fact, the example that I always use is there was this one guy, And Trisha probably remembers him. I can't remember what his name was, Dog123 or something like that. It was constantly saying, remember that, babe?
That perverted guy?
Yeah, he was saying perverted stuff about what he would do to little kids. I didn't even ban that guy because, I figure the free market, when I say freedom, I'd rather have dangerous freedom than peaceful slavery. I mean that, guys. It is ridiculous what that guy said, but I still didn't ban him. So I just don't ban people. And I think people would condemn me for that, but I don't know. I'm not into censorship. I think the free market and natural law deals with people like that. Maybe it makes them easier to find. The last thing that you want to do, one of the things censorship does. Thanks, back Shamil. I'll get to the super chats in a second. But one thing that I feel about censorship is it drives people underground because it's almost like you're trying to legislate morality. You're trying to control things. You're trying to control what people do. And if people are going to be evil, they're going to be evil underground or they're going to be evil above ground. And I would way rather them be evil above ground. That way you can deal with them. Sunlight is the greatest disinfectant. And when you drive things underground, it seems like it increases their power. Hey, babe, can you get the power cord for your computer? Because it's getting low on. It's getting low on power. Yeah. And we'll have to plug it into that outlet right there. Yeah, I'll deal with the super chats in a second, guys. I'll tell you what, why don't we just hang out? Let's read some comments and what do you guys want me to address? What I've been focusing on and honestly have been kind of confused about, at least confused in the sense that I want to put things together in my own mind. Is I want to understand what the deal is with BDS, the boycott, divestment, sanctions. I've been watching a lot of Adam Green stuff. That plug right there. Here, yeah, I'll grab this one right here. Is it on this side or the other side? I'll let you do it. It's your computer. Oh yeah, we probably don't want to. Oops, power out. Technical difficulties. I'll get to what I was saying in a second. Yeah, you'll have to plug that light back in. You gotta plug this light in. Okay. This one here. No, did you? I think you unplugged it from the wall. Yeah, this is a first class, top rate show right here. Thanks, Snap Turtle. As a matter of fact, I talked to Adam Green just a couple minutes ago, and there's this guy who, oh man, I almost turned your computer off. I didn't know the power button. Where's the power button? What did I just press here? Is that the power button?
No. It's on the other side.
Okay. It's on the side? Cool. Yeah, my girlfriend's got a more higher powered computer than I do. She's a more high powered individual than I am.
Yeah, whatever.
You sure are a cutie, babe. Thanks for helping me out with my technical problems. I'm trying to understand this boycott, divestment, sanctions because, while it's good to be against Zionism, people who assume that since you're against Zionism, you're against the Jays, you can't say that word, and that you're anti-Semitic. Probably shouldn't have said that. But, to be against a race of people because a certain subsection of that race is doing evil things, it seems pretty ignorant to me. So what I want to understand is we know Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar are completely out to lunch. They are enemies of Americans. In fact, they're enemies of humanity because they're out there, with their gun control laws and that's just one thing. I tend to start with gun control because if somebody wants to implement gun control on you, they want to control you. They're not trying to control your guns. They're trying to control you. And if somebody's out there trying to control you, is there really anything else to talk about? Do we really need to get into the $93 trillion Green New Deal? Do we really need to talk about Bernie Sanders wanting to extort people so that he can supply Medicare for all? Do we really need to talk about Elizabeth Warren's wanting to wipe out all student loan debt? Beat people over the head so that you can reward people who got themselves into debt because they wanted to go to college or whatever. I don't think you need to even go beyond the Second Amendment. Is my audio still okay? I'm for some reason it's pegging out. Is it peaking on your end? Does it sound okay? I'm putting the microphone a little bit further away. Just give me a thumbs up. It's clear. Okay, cool. Luke says that Omar never said anything anti-Semitic. I haven't heard her say anything anti-Semitic. See, when you criticize Israel, when you say we shouldn't be funding Israel, you are not anti-Semitic. You're criticizing Israel. And people get so like I was watching this thing with the five. Let's just I'm gonna play a little bit of this, and you guys let me know if you can hear the audio, because I'm not sure if I have system audio set up.
Radical members of the squad slam.
Can you hear that? Okay. Just let me know if you could hear that little sound bite. Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, listen to this. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but Fox News, faux news, they're all in the same bed together, man. CNN, MSLSD, all those guys. You know, somebody can look at Fox News and go, well, they're better. To me, they might be a little worse because they're a little bit more deceptive. See, if evil comes at you with a kind, gentle mask on, I think he wants to go outside, babe. He's kind of crying. Dog's got to go out. If evil comes at you and it's intending to do you harm, and it comes with a nice, pretty, relaxing, calm, kind face, it can get closer to you and do more evil to you. It can do more evil to your family. But if it comes at you as less than kind, less than compassionate, less than considerate, and looks more evil, then you can deal with it more from a distance. That's how I view CNN. It's like CNN is completely out to lunch. We already have our guard up when CNN comes along. But to me, Fox News is more dangerous because it's more deceptive, because people are less likely to have their guard up, if that makes any sense. So the higher the deception, the more likely the evil can come closer to you, because your guard is you're not on high alert all the time. We should actually be on high alert all the time when we turn on news. So, and it doesn't matter if it's faux news. It doesn't matter if it's MSLSD. It doesn't matter if it's the Communist News Network. To me, it doesn't matter. They're all enemies. They're all trying to distract, deceive, and divide every single one of us. And that is the thing that we need to keep forefront in our minds. That way we'll always be on high alert. We'll always be on the defensive, and we'll always be ready. And we won't be as likely to slip into that cult of personality and have those cobwebs of cognitive dissonance start rolling around in our minds. So the reason I say that I think faux news, it's pretty demonstrable, is that they're gatekeepers for Israel. They're always defending Israel. You don't ever hear hardly a criticism on Israel. And when there is a criticism that comes out of the five or whatever, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things that Tucker Carlson says that's right down the line and true. But then again, there's truth that can come out of Jake Tapper's mouth and Brian Stelter's mouth. And I was talking to Adam a couple minutes ago from No More News, and if you take the principled position, it doesn't matter who says what. You can accept a truth that comes out of AOC's mouth, not because it's AOC, but because it's the truth. You can recognize that AOC is an enemy of individual liberties, but what she said about the Department of Homeland Security being something that we absolutely don't need, and it's a terrorist organization, as 100% truth. Do you guys get my drift on that? Fox News is faux news. Tucker's the man. Well, Tucker's got some bad stuff, guys. Tucker literally believes the 9/11 official story that they try to ram down our throats. I saw, and while I'm not a fan of Adam Kokesh, because there's certain things about him that he's revealed about his life that's just not even on board with the way he, propagates and espouses libertarianism and liberal ideals. I saw this interview between Adam Kokesh and Tucker Carlson about 9/11, and basically you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs if you think there's a conspiracy theory based on Building 7 falling. Remember, 2 big buildings did not fall in New York that day. 3 big buildings did, and the last building that fell, number 1, wasn't hit by a plane, had a couple fires on a couple different floors. It was a steel frame office structure. It was a 47-story steel frame office structure. It fell at 5:20 p.m. that night, like 7.5, 8 hours after the 2 towers fell, the 2 big towers fell. It fell exactly like the towers fell. It fell right neatly into its own footprint after Larry Silverstein admitted, well, there was just so much loss of life, we decided to pull it. And that's what we did. We just pulled it. The demolition term, it looked exactly like, and was, in fact, in my opinion, a controlled demolition. But the icing on the cake for that was that remember when the BBC, Jane Stanley was saying, oh yeah, World Trade 7, the Solomon Brothers building fell. While she was saying that, the Solomon Brothers was still clearly visible in the Manhattan landscape. What is that called? Cityscape, landscape, whatever. Anyway, building 7 was still in the picture. It was still standing when they said it fell. That means that somebody somewhere, at least in the BBC, handed down information to Jane Stanley that this event is going to happen and wouldn't happen for another 20 minutes. That's not conspiracy, guys. That's objective truth, and you can watch it. The videos don't lie. So let's see. Let's get back to some chats here. If you believe the official 9/11 story, you're believing a lie. That's the bottom line. That's why I say Tucker ain't the man. Because, you know, while a lot of these people seem really smart, intellectual, it's like, how can you be brain dead on that? How can you be brain dead on, don't talk about anything about 9/11, but Building 7. Explain Building 7. You can't. You can't. And as for buildings 1 and 2, buildings don't fall like that. You don't have 10% unhealthy structure completely collapsing 89 to 90% of healthy structure. It just doesn't happen like that. Symmetric, global, instantaneous collapse. You mean to tell me all 47 columns, or how many was it? All right. So, yeah, dancing Israelis. That's a factor. That's a factor. And nobody wants to talk about that. Dancing Israelis, no big deal. Out there partying before everything goes down, no problem. All right, so the reason I say Fox News, faux news, is a gatekeeper for Israel.